Welcome, folks, to the jungle that is Albert Gersten Pavilion, home of your LMU Lions. Today marks the second and final day of the LMU Invitational. Our first match of the day will be between the Illinois State Redbirds and the number 12 ranked UCLA Bruins. As we hear the national anthem playing in the background, the Bruins won their opening game of the Invitational last night with a 3-0 sweep over Niagara University. The Redbirds, however, fell to the home team LMU in 4 sets, 3-1. Coach Melissa Myers of the Redbirds will look to bounce back with a major upset over these Bruins. Should be a great day for volleyball, folks. Today with a few matchups, including the number 12 ranked Bruins taking on the number 21 ranked home team LMU Lions. For the Redbirds, they finished last season with an overall record of about 22-10. Led by Jalen Keene, a preseason all-conference selection for the Missouri Valley Conference. They return 11 players, so that continuity is going to help them throughout this season. Other notable players for the Redbirds include Allie Dawson, Courtney Pence, and Jordan Weatherless. And we're going to get you starters in just a moment here, folks. UCLA and Coach Michael Seeley come into this season finishing last year with a 25-8 record overall, including a 14-6 conference record. Notable returners for them were All-American Jordan Anderson, Ryan Chandler, and Riley Bushler. As we hear starters for the Redbirds, we've got number 1, Allie Line, number 2, Jalen Keene, mentioned earlier, number 9, Jacqueline Twing, from Rock Island, Illinois, the local product. We've got number 12. Little technical difficulties here. We've got Courtney Pence coming into the lineup also. Starters for UCLA will be number 2, Kyra Rogers, number 3, Riley Bushler. And I need to apologize to Riley and those listening for Riley or supporting Riley over the broadcast. I was butchering her name yesterday. Her last name, Bushler, not Buchler. We've also got number 8, Claire Felix, number 10, Jenny Frager, number 24, Savvy Samo, and number 11, Taylor Formico, finishing out the lineup for the Bruins. As mentioned earlier, also, the Illinois State Redbirds are coached by Melissa Meyer in her 9th year, I believe. UCLA is led by head coach Michael Seeley coming into his 7th season at the helm for the Bruins. So I did miss a few of the starters. We got number 12, Allie Dawson for the Redbirds. Also have Lexi Wallen. And we are set to go here, folks. UCLA Bruins versus the Illinois State Redbirds. Of the 4 teams, 2 of them have colored mascots. We've got the Redbirds of Illinois State and Niagara University. Their mascot are the Purple Eagles. And officials are double checking that the statisticians' scorecards are all ready to go. And we are set to go here, folks. Should be Illinois State with the opening serve. Excuse me, I take that back. UCLA is going to have that opening serve. I take that back once again, folks. I was right the first time. It's preseason volleyball here, and it's also preseason commentating, where mistakes will be made throughout this tournament. So underway here, Chandler setting up for Rogers. Another setup for Jenny Frager, excuse me, with the opening kill of this first set, 1-0 UCLA. Frager will be back to serve. Also have Lexi Vargas in the lineup for the Redbirds. And we see Allie Dawson try to get that kill in, but she was out of bounds on that ball. 2-0 in favor of the Bruins. So an attempted there from Vargas, no good. Chandler's gonna set it up for Bushler. Ball stayed in bounds, and that's gonna be the third straight point for UCLA, off to a hot start here. Bushler was really the leader of their opening game last night with 15 kills in the opening match against Niagara University. And that will be a service error, point to the Redbirds. As we'll see Allie Dawson back to serve, the senior out of Hartford, Wisconsin. And that will be a service error. Point for points, tit for tat right there, as the Bruins now have a 4-1 advantage. Quick sub here. We've got Zana Muno for UCLA checking in for Kyra Rogers. And Vargas with the attempted kill. And Vargas with another attempted kill, but she was met by the duo of Claire Felix and Allie Frager. They're going to credit Felix with the block there. And a service error, point to Illinois State, has the score now 5-2. Chandler was also a major contributor for the Bruins in their win over Niagara. I believe she finished the game with 22 assists, as Vargas could not get the ball over the net. Point to the Bruins there. And we're going to see the All-American Jordan Anderson come in for Savvy Samo. Bushler back to serve. The setup from Twing. Jalen Keene with her first kill of the game. As we're going to see Weatherless back to serve here. So Chandler for the setup to Felix. And it was just in bounds there. And that will earn UCLA their 7th point of the match. We're going to see Jenny Frager come back in for Felix. And Formico is back to serve. And a nice fake setup there. Good save there from Bushler. We're going to see Weatherless back. And a good block from Jenny Frager. The 6'5" senior from Rancho Santa Fe, California. 8-3 now, the score in this opening set. So Former go back to serve. We see Weatherless set up. That was for Wallen, excuse me. Point to UCLA on that one. And that's going to be a service error, just a bit too far from Formico. Point to Illinois State, 9-4 in favor of the Bruins here. We're going to see Wallen back to serve here. So Anderson with the attempted kill. Good dig there from Dawson, or excuse me, Weatherless. Anderson with another attempted kill. Chandler's going to set her up one more time. Third time is not the charm there. Pence with the setup for Dawson. Formico got that just a bit too far out. And the first real volley of the match is going to go to Illinois State. Wallen's back to serve. Chandler the setup for Anderson. Nice little tip shot, but a good recovery from Illinois State. Pence with the dig. That'll be a error there. Point to UCLA. So we're going to see Chandler now back to serve. She's already got 2 kills along with 4 assists. The early spark plug for this Bruins team. And they are going to give a service ace to Chandler on that one. 11-5 now the score. Illinois State is going to take a quick time out here and regroup things. The score is 11-5 in this opening set. Don't go anywhere, folks. You're watching the LMU Invitational here on the LMU Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to the LMU Invitational here in Albert Gersten Pavilion. The first match of the second day between UCLA and the Illinois State Redbirds, as UCLA just got the kill there, opening up a 12-5 advantage now in this opening set. Chandler is back to serve for the Bruins. So here comes the setup from Weatherless, and they are met by the duo of Frager and Rogers. Chandler's going to set up. No, Formico's going to set up for Anderson. And Keene and Montgomery were not able to get that block. Point to UCLA as it fell on their side of the net. So Chandler is back to serve now. And another service ace for Ryan Chandler, her second of the set. Certainly making her presence felt early in this game against Illinois State. Quick sub in for Illinois State. We're going to see Megan Boutke. Hopefully I'm not butchering that. And that'll be a service error from Chandler. Point to Illinois State. Jalen Keene, the team leader in hits last season, set to serve. So Chandler's going to set up for a little tip shot attempted from Anderson and point to UCLA as there was a blocking error. 15-6 now. Biggest lead of the game so far. As we see Savvy Samochek back in, she's back to serve. Weatherless looking for a setup for Dawson. Excuse me, Keene. Rogers with the little pop shot. Montgomery, Whalen. And they were met by the duo of Rogers and Frager once again. 16-6 now as this lead is growing to double digits for the Bruins. UCLA already with 3 blocks. Weatherless selling up for Montgomery, and that'll be a set error. Point to UCLA. And when you're facing a team like UCLA, errors are what's going to kill you here. I want to say at least 3 of the Bruins' points now have been from errors. And a nice kill shot there from Frager, her 4th of the contest. And another timeout from Illinois State here as they have a 12-point deficit here. So if I'm Coach Melissa Myers, I'm trying to figure out a way to find certain pockets and execute on those openings that UCLA is giving them. You also want to be able to play without committing any errors, be it service errors or blocking errors. As I just mentioned a few moments ago, UCLA now up to 4 points from errors, I believe. And then finding a way to contain people like Frager and Chandler. Folks, other notable games coming today. We've got LMU playing Niagara University after this contest. Lions coming into this season with a number 21 ranking in preseason polls. After that, we're going to see Illinois State and Niagara University, and the final game of this LMU Invitational will be the hotly contested matchup between UCLA and LMU. LMU has UCLA's number, winning the last 2 years. It's always been a fun and exciting matchup as we are back in this first set between the Bruins and the Redbirds. So Samo to serve. We're going to see Montgomery with the attempted kill. No good. Chandler's setting up for Rogers. Good dig there from Pence. Chandler's going to set up for Rogers once again with a little pop shot. And they're not going to give the point to UCLA, as it looked to be possibly out of bounds there. Didn't have the best vantage point. As we see Twing now up to serve. So Chandler's going to set up for Frager. Good dig there from Twing. And body's fine a little bit. Twing trying to get that over the net. Does so. Chandler's going to set up for Frager. And once again, this Chandler-Frager duo is destroying the defense of Illinois State. Chandler, the redshirt junior, giving it up to the senior. So Frager back to serve. Twing with the setup for Varga. And Bushler with the kill there. She put some emphasis on that one. Bushler, obviously the leader in yesterday's performance with 15 kills. Showing Jenny Frager, don't worry, I got something for you too. You aren't the only one scoring for us. And Illinois State is met by Bushler and Claire Felix. 21-7 now, a monumental advantage for the Bruins in this opening set here of the LMU Invitational. The first match of the LMU Invitational. First match of the second day. Like I said, folks, preseason commentating at its finest right now. So we're going to see Dawson back to serve here for the Redbirds. Chandler's looking to set up for Bushler. They were met at the net by Line and Varga, I believe that was. Point to Illinois State, 21-9. So Bushler to Chandler for Felix. And they're going to give the point to UCLA there, 22-9. And we're going to see Zana Muno come into the game for Kyra Rogers here. So Muno back to serve. Bit of a low set there. Bushler took advantage of the awkward positioning from Pence. Or excuse me, I believe that was Twing. And they're going to credit Bushler with the kill there, I believe. So Muno, Pence to Twing, to Wallen. So we're going to see Muno straight for Bushler. Twing. We're going to see Chandler for Bushler. And that will be another kill for Bushler, her 4th of the contest here. And the first match point of the first set here, 24-9. UCLA up top. So Muno back to score. Twing. And that was an interesting little situation there. It looked like a live ball. Not sure which side it was on, but UCLA is going to take that point and the first set. Stick around, folks. We're going to take a quick commercial break, but on the flip side, we're going to be here for second set action. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks, to the LMU Sports Network, powered by the W.TV. We are here in lovely Albert Gersten Pavilion on the campus of Loyola Marymount University. It is welcome weekend here for all students and faculty, as classes will begin Monday. As a senior English major, I'm certainly dreading Monday, but always good to start off the academic year with some Lions volleyball. And the LMU Invitational, this is the first match of the second day here at the Gersten Pavilion between UCLA and the Illinois State Redbirds. UCLA taking that opening set by a score of 25-9. Key contributors for UCLA were Ryan Chandler, 2 kills, 9 assists, and 2 service aces, and Jenny Frager with 5 kills and 2 blocks. Some key stats for Illinois State. Jalen Kane and Dawson each had a kill, but what was really killing the Redbirds were errors. They had 6 errors in that first set, so you got to clean up that action a little bit if you want to get some scoring and get into a good rhythm here, especially against the team like the number 12 ranked UCLA Bruins. So second set coming up. It'll be Savvy Samoa of UCLA back to serve. So resetting lineups here for Illinois State. It'll be Keene, Dawson, Line, Twing, Wallen, and Varga. For UCLA, it'll be Frager, Bushler, Felix, Chandler, Rogers, and Samo. As we see Line try to hit that. And they're going to get the point as the attempted setup from Formico was a little too low. So first point of the second set will go to the Redbirds here. So we're going to see Samo. Chandler for the setup for Frager. Frager, now that is her 6th kill of the match. And she will be back to serve here. And that'll be a service error. Point to Illinois State. And they will certainly take advantage of any errors UCLA commits. We'll see Courtney Pence, back to serve here. The sophomore from Springfield, Illinois. So Formico setting up for Chandler, who's going to set up for Bushler, and the emphatic kill there. Bushler, her 5th kill now of this contest. Quick substitution, Rogers is going to come out for Zana Muno, as Muno will be back to serve. Chandler, that was her 11th assist of the contest. So you've got Twing setting up for Keene, and Jalen Keene is going to get the point there. 3-2 now. A couple of substitutions here for Illinois State. We're going to see Jordan Weatherless come into the game for Twing, and we're also going to see on Shara Montgomery come into this contest. And that would be a short serve and a service error. Point to the Bruins there as the score is now tied at 3. Jordan Anderson set to check in now for Savvy Simo. And that'll be a service ace. Point to Bushler here. Her first ace of the contest, I believe. So Weatherless to serve. No dice that time. Chandler setting up for Anderson, who finished off that one. 5-3 now, UCLA's advantage. So we're going to see Weatherless set it up. Little pop shot there from Dawson. Anderson tried to get it, but a good block there from Montgomery. Montgomery saw it coming from a mile away. And Wallen is back to serve for the Redbirds. And just over the net there. Good little setup from Chandler. And Felix is going to get that point. As that brushed off, a little too strong for the back defense of Illinois State. So we're going to see Formico now up to serve. The senior out of Saratoga, California. So Chandler back. Munoz servicing over to the net. Montgomery, little too strong. I thought it might have been out of bounds, but they're going to call it inbounds. Point to Illinois State. As we're going to see Allie Line come back into the game for Courtney Pence for the Redbirds. We see Keene back to serve now. Bushler, and a bit of a miscommunication there between Chandler and Anderson. And the Redbirds will take advantage here. Tie game at 6 of the second set. So Keene back to serve. Bushler to Chandler to Frager. And point to UCLA there. Frager, I believe that's going to be her 8th kill of the contest. 7-6 now the score. And Ryan Chandler back to serve for the Bruins. So Weatherless, the fake out there for Dawson. Bushler for Anderson. Good dig there from Wallen. Montgomery is going to try to send it home, but Bushler had it. Chandler for Frager. Weatherless for Wallen, not that time. Formico is going to set up for Rogers. Good dig there from Wallen. Dawson tried to send that one home, but a good dig. And that was easily the best volley of the contest so far, ending in a kill for, I believe that was Keene. So tie score here at 7. We see Twing back to serve. Chandler the setup for Frager. And Frager had Twing's number there as they take the lead back. We're going to see Savvy Simo come back in for Jordan Anderson. Simo will also be serving. So Twing, the setup for Varga, and they're going to say out of bounds. No, they're going to say inbounds there. Point to Illinois State. As we see Dawson back to serve. Tie game here at 8 in the second set. So Formico, the setup, Ryan Chandler tried to get Bushler involved, but was denied from the combination of Wallen and Varga. The line was also there. So Dawson is back to serve. Samo, Chandler for Frager. Twing is now going to set up for Wallen, and that's going to come off the elbow of Kyra Rogers. Point now to Illinois State as they take a 10-8 lead. 3 straight points now for Illinois State. And just over the net there, Samo. Frager's going to pop that over. Twing, the setup for line. Formica with the setup for Bushler. Wallen's going to set up for Twing, who's going to set up for line. Little pop shot, no good there. Formica to Chandler to Bushler. And that is going to be inbounds. Kill shot for the Bruins. Bushler saw that opening and sent it home. As Rogers will check out for Zana Muno. Frager will be the server here. So Pence setting up for Twing, who's going to set up for line, but they were met, or she was met, by the duo of Felix and Bushler. They're going to credit Felix with the block, I believe. The 5th block of this contest for UCLA. Frager back to set. Twing is going to set up for Varga. Was inbound, so they're going to give the point to Illinois State, 11-10. And Illinois State has already improved their score of the first set as they take a 1-point advantage over these Bruins. So Pence, a high serve, high but short. Felix tried to pop that over, no good. Twing, and Wallen was met by Rogers, or excuse me, Muno, and Felix. Muno back to serve, tie game here at 11. Low shot there. Felix tried to send that home, and she does. Caught everybody off guard, found a nice little pocket there, and she's going to give UCLA the 1-point advantage now, 12-11. Taking a quick sweep. Making sure the court is nice and dry. Player safety is always important here. Muno back to serve. Wallen the setup for Twing, who's going to try to set up for Keene, but was emphatically blocked from Bushler. Bushler now with her 3rd block of the contest. Excuse me, her 4th block. Coming into the game now for Illinois State, it's going to be Ella Francis. So Twing, set up for Varga, and a nice kill shot there. Point to Illinois State. A couple of more subs coming in, Weatherless and Montgomery. Going to come in for Varga and Twing. Weatherless back to score, excuse me, back to serve now. So Muno is going to set up for Chandler. Who's going to set up for Samo. Weatherless to Keene. Nice setup for Samo from Chandler there. Point to UCLA. That is Chandler's 17th assist of the contest here. UCLA with a 2-point advantage, 14-12. So Riley Bushler is back to serve here. So Weatherless here. Keene did not get the kill shot there. Anderson's going to try on UCLA side. Pence going to set up for Francis. Muno to Chandler to Anderson. Inbounds. They get the point. 15-12 advantage. Bushler back to serve now. And a service ace for Bushler there. I believe that's Bushler's second ace of the contest. And she's really coming into her own as Illinois State is going to take a timeout. So score 16-12 in favor of UCLA in this second set. Don't go anywhere, folks. This is the LMU Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to the LMU Invitational here in Albert Gersten Pavilion as Illinois State with the kill shot as they now trail the UCLA Bruins by a score of 16-13. Chandler's going to set up for Formico. Formico to Anderson. Good dig there from Pence. Weatherless is going to send that back over. Chandler for Felix. Good dig there from Lovejoy, who's checked into the game. And they're going to call out of bounds. Point to UCLA. As Frager is going to check in now for Felix of the Bruins. Formico back to serve. So Keene set for Weatherless. Dawson tried to send that one home, but was blocked. Montgomery's going to try to send it back. And Muno was not expecting that. Tried to set it at a bit of an awkward angle. Point to the Redbirds. So Keene now back to serve for Illinois State. So Bushler for Chandler, for Frager. And Frager's going to get that kill shot. Her 9th of the game. Also contributing with 1 assist and 2 blocks. Ryan Chandler back to serve. She's got 2 kills, along with 19 assists and 2 service aces. Also 5 digs. Playing a great all-around game for the Bruins. So Weatherless, fake out from line. It was for Montgomery. And a nice play there from Montgomery. Formico tried to send it back, but was backpedaling a bit too much. Was not able to set up any of her teammates for a clean set. As we see Twing back now to serve, 18-15 in favor of UCLA. Twing already with 7 assists and 1 dig. And they're going to give the point to UCLA. Service error there, 19-15 the score. Savicimo checking back in for Jordan Anderson. As Samo is back to serve. Pence for Twing. And sent home, but the point is going to go to UCLA. Out of bounds there, a bit too much power on that shot. So Samo back to serve. Twing for line, little pop shot. They're going to call that a scoop shot. So that would be an error, point to the Bruins. Samo back to serve. And a quick timeout from Illinois State. UCLA with a 21-15 advantage here. Don't go anywhere, folks. We are going to take a quick commercial break. But on the flip side, we'll see the end of this second set. Don't go anywhere. I take that back. We are not going to break. So you see UCLA, sponsored by Adidas. Noticing a couple of the players wearing basketball shoes. I believe some of them wearing the Crazy Light 2s. I had a pair back in the day when I was an aspiring young point guard. But, you know, a 5'6" frame on a high school student just isn't going to do well for you when everybody else is about a foot taller than you. So UCLA with a 6-point advantage here in that second set. Key contributors so far are Bushler, 6 kills, 4 blocks, 2 aces, and 5 digs. You got Frager leading the way in kills with 9. Chandler, the obvious assist leader, with 19 already through 2 sets. And if I had to point to anyone as far as the MVP of this game so far, it's got to be Ryan Chandler. As we mentioned earlier, an all-around game. She's also got 2 service aces and 5 digs. Although Bushler is making a case for her MVP nod. For Illinois State, Twing is leading the way in assists with 7. Varga is tied with Keene for leading the Redbirds with 3 kills. So we're back here now, 21-15. Samo back to serve for the Bruins. So Twing was thinking about setting up, but it went over the net on UCLA side, and Frager took advantage of it. 22-15 now the score. Quick sub, we're gonna see Ella Francis come in for, I believe it's gonna be Lovejoy. Samo back to serve. And Francis had an awkward angle on it, came off of her elbow. And that will be a service ace for Samo. 23-15 now. Bruins with a nice healthy lead here as they can see the finish line, at least for this set. So Francis for Varga. Little pop shot there. Francis is gonna set up for Twing to set up for Varga. Formico for Bushler, a little pop shot. Good dig there from Varga. Francis tried to send that over the net. Bushler's gonna try to bring it home, no good. So Twing's gonna set up for Line. Chandler for Formico. For Munoz, a little pop shot. Read that perfectly, Illinois State did. So Chandler for Bushler, and blocked by the combination of Dawson and Line. Allie Dawson was gonna receive that block, her first of the contest. 23-16 now, as Dawson is back to serve. So a bit of a low shot there. Samo, the setup from Chandler. From Munoz, it was going to be called out of bounds. Point to Illinois State as they try to gain some momentum here and claw their way back into it. 23-17. So Formico for Chandler, for Frager. Good dig there from Pence. Twing is going to set up for Varga. No dice that time. Formico from Munoz. And just a bit late to that shot. Mistimed it just a touch, and that's going to be an error there. Or missed opportunity, excuse me. 23-18 now, as the Redbirds have scored 3 straight. Formico for Chandler, and the emphatic kill from Bushler. Her 7th of the contest. We're going to see Madeline Gates come into the game for Formico. Excuse me, for Felix. This is the first set point of the second set. Frager's going to come in. They're going to say out of bounds there, 24-19. This is the second set point, 24-19. Pence back to serve for Illinois State. So Samo to Chandler for Munoz. Now Twing for Varga. Chandler for Bushler. Twing with a nice dig. Pence with the set. Dawson flying it over there. Chandler for Bushler. And that will be set point 25-19. Bruins win that second set. We're going to take a quick commercial break here, folks. But on the flip side, we will open up with the third set. Don't go anywhere. This is the second day of the LMU Invitational on the LMU Sports Network, powered by the W.TV. Welcome back, folks, to the LMU Invitational here in the Albert Gerson Pavilion, home of your Loyola Marymount Lions. Robert Heil here on the call as we get set for the third set of this LMU, of the first game of the second day of the LMU Invitational. UCLA Bruins taking on the Illinois State Redbirds. UCLA already taking a 2-0 set advantage. They won the first set in a score of 25-9, and Illinois State came back for a more hotly contested second set, but UCLA came out with a 25-19 victory. So they will look to end things here with what could be a second consecutive sweep of this invitational. Yesterday, the Bruins swept Niagara University 3-0. And the Redbirds will have something to say about that, I am sure. A couple of key contributors for both sides. Riley Frager leading the way for the Bruins with 10 kills. Jenny Frager. Riley Bushler has her fingerprints all over this game. 6 kills, 4 blocks, 2 aces, and 5 digs. And then my personal MVP of this game has got to be Ryan Chandler. 2 kills, 20 assists, 2 service aces, and 7 digs. For Illinois State, key contributors include Jalen King with 3 kills, service ace, and 1 dig. Varga also has 3 kills. She's also contributed with 3 digs. Allie Dawson has got a couple of kills here and a couple of digs as well. And then Madeline Twing leading the way in assists with 7. Jacqueline Twing. So third set, ready to get underway here. It'll be Illinois State serve. Twing back to serve. And here we are, third set. So Samo to Chandler from Muno, and that will give UCLA the first kill of the set, first point of the set, and first kill for Muno of the contest. Muno has contributed in other areas in this match so far. She's got 10 digs, also a block and 1 assist. And a nice shot from Bushler for her 7th kill of the contest. 2-0 UCLA early in this third set. Formico is back to serve. So Dawson, Twing, the setup for Keene, and Twing found a nice pocket there. Keene found a nice pocket there for Illinois State's first point of this third set. So Dawson to serve, Bushler for Chandler, for Gates. Good dig there from Dawson. Twing for Varga. Varga's little pop shot is going to get the point for Illinois State there. Tie game at 2. Dawson is back to serve. And a bit of a low serve there. Dawson for Twing. For Francis. Chandler for Bushler. Chandler for Bushler again. Muno, good save there. Gates back from Samo. Twing is now going to set up for Varga. Good save there from Samo. Muno's going to try to send it home. Good dig from Dawson. Twing for Pence. Formico to Chandler. To Bushler, a little pop shot, no good. And Varga sending it over is going to get the point. Great volley there. Great exchange from both teams. Varga is going to get credited with her 5th kill of the contest to go along with 2 blocks and 3 digs. Dawson is back to serve. 3 straight points now for the Redbirds. So Chandler setting up for Muno. Dawson, and a blocking error is point to the Bruins. So it's Muno back to serve. Francis for Twing for Keene. Good dig there from Muno. Gates tried to send it home, but was blocked. Bushler's going to send it. And that is going to stay in bounds. Point to UCLA. And we're going to get a quick sweep up of the court. So it's 4-3. Bruins lead in this third set. Already have a 2-0 set advantage. Looking to close out this match in this set. So Dawson for Twing. And not the best setup from Twing, and that's going to be a point to UCLA. So now UCLA with a 3-point run here. Muno serve for Pence. Here's Twing, the setup for Keene, and Formica was just a bit too low on that one. Illinois State's going to get the point there. 5-4, Bruins advantage. Keene up to serve now. Muno with the dig, Chandler with the setup, Bushler with the attempted kill, but a good dig from Francis. Formico to Chandler. They're going to try Bushler again. Pop shot no good. Francis for Twing. Gates with the nice block there. Her first of the contest. Point to UCLA. 6-4 now. Kyra Rogers set to check back in for Savvy Samo. Bushler back to serve for the Bruins. So Dawson for Twing for Varga, and Varga sent that one back. 6-5 now, the score. We're going to see Weatherless come back in along with Montgomery for Varga and Twing. Weatherless to serve here. So Muno. Chandler with the setup, and Gates with the finish. Gates with her second consecutive kill. 7-5 now the score. As we see Frager come into the game for Formico. Gates back to serve. We'll see Francis. Weatherless the setup. Line try to finish it. Rogers, the setup for Bushler. Good dig there from Weatherless. Line, the setup. Francis. Pence, good save. But could not get the second chance opportunity, as UCLA will get credited for the point. 8-5 now, UCLA with a 3-point advantage. So Francis for Weatherless for Montgomery. Pop shot is going to give Illinois State the point there, 8-6. We're going to see Lovejoy come in for Francis. Ileana Lovejoy, the junior from Bettendorf, Iowa. Chandler for Rogers. Pop shot. Point to UCLA there, 9-6 the score. We'll see Ryan Chandler back to serve here. Chandler now with 24 assists along with 7 digs. 2 kills, a block, and 2 aces. And Frager just saw an opportunity to drive that straight down the net for the UCLA point, 10-6. Bruins lead. Chandler serve. Weatherless with the setup for Dawson. And Dawson said, don't worry guys, we're still in this. Just a 3-point deficit here. And we're going to see Courtney Pence back to serve. So Bushler, Chandler, the setup for Rogers. And she found a nice opening there. 11-7 now the score, as we're going to see Savvy Samo check back in for Kyra Rogers. Samo back to serve here. So Dawson for Weatherless. Back to Dawson. And they're going to credit the point to UCLA. 12-7. So a little bit of conferring with the officials. As Savvy Samoa is back to serve. So Weatherless, the setup for Montgomery. Nice save from Formico. And that's going to give UCLA the point. That second effort from Formico is what got everything going. A little bit of a luck shot, as we're going to see a quick timeout from Illinois State, and the first timeout of this third set. Don't go anywhere, folks. We'll be right back after this commercial break. You're looking at LMU Invitational Volleyball here on the LMU Sports Network. Welcome back, folks, to the LMU Invitational here. Saw a couple of points of this contest. UCLA now with a 14-8 advantage. Illinois State with that previous point. Twing is now up to serve. She's got 11 assists along with 3 digs already. And that would be a service error, point to UCLA. And in this current set alone, that would be their 4th error of the contest. Actually, their 5th error of the set. 16 total errors for the Redbirds here. As we see Dawson try to send that home. Chandler's going to set it up from Muno. And a blocking error. As we're going to see Kylie Miller to check into the game, the freshman from Rancho Cucamonga, California. She's going to sub out for Ryan Chandler. So Formico with the serve here for the Bruins. Twing going to set up for Dawson. Samo with the set. Formico with the setup. Pence set it up for Varga. Miller. Formico from Muno. Pence with a nice dig there for Twing. Blocked by Gates. Varga's going to try to send it home, and she does. Point to Illinois State, and the score now 16-9. Dawson to serve for the Redbirds here. So Samo for Miller for Gates. And Twing fooled everybody there, as she just popped it over the net real quick. 16-10 now, as I believe Twing is going to be credited for her first kill of the contest. Dawson back to serve now. And a service error, point to UCLA. The 5th error of the contest, or excuse me, of this set. And the 17th overall for the Redbirds. We see Miller sending from Muno, little pop shot. Twing. Keene tried to get the kill, but was blocked by Gates. Gates, her first block of this contest. As we see Muno back to serve here. 18-10 the score in favor of UCLA. So Dawson, Pence with the setup for Francis. Good dig there from Formico. Miller for Bushler. Pence with the dig. Twing for Varga, but nope, they're going to credit the point to Varga and to Illinois State, 18-11. Jalen Keene now set to serve. So we'll see Miller, pop shot from Gates. Francis going to send that back, but didn't have a very good position to set up her back teammate Dawson. 19-11 now the score. So Pence back in for Keene. It is Bushler back to serve here after quick mop-up duty. Francis for Twing. Back to Francis. Good dig there from Bushler. We see Rogers now. Dawson with the dig for Twing, for Varga, and that's going to go just in between Rogers and Gates for the kill. We're going to see a couple more subs. Weatherless and Montgomery in for Twing and Varga. 19-12 in favor of UCLA here in the first match of the second day of the LMU contest, of the LMU Invitational. Service error, point to UCLA, 20-12, the score. UCLA has yet to commit an error in this set, and just 6 for the whole match. So playing very good and efficient volleyball here. And broadcaster jinx there as we just got the first service error of the set here for UCLA. Point to Illinois State. It's been known to happen, folks. More times than not, actually. So now we have Ileana Lovejoy here up to serve for the Redbirds. So we'll see Bushler for Formico, setting up for Rogers. Was met by the defense, Montgomery. And Bushler didn't have good positioning to dig that. So point to Illinois State, and Montgomery, I believe now the leader for the Redbirds with her 7th kill. We're gonna say it's her 6th kill. So Miller up to serve, serving it up for Frager. Freshman to senior, little sister to big sister. And that's gonna result in the 21st point of this third set for UCLA. Miller back to serve here. Frager, that's her 12th kill of the contest. So Dawson trying to make a statement with that one. Formico with the dig. Rogers with the setup, good communication. Pence, Dawson, Lovejoy, Dawson, and a bit too strong as UCLA is going to get credited for the point. So 22-14. Bruins looking at the finish line. Miller, Lovejoy for Weatherless, for Montgomery, pop shot. Good dig there from Formico. Miller there, and Rogers just a little too soft. Didn't get a great angle on that shot as it was under the net. Point to the Redbirds here as Courtney Pence is back to serve for Illinois State. So Muno, not the best positioning there. Point to Illinois State. And that'll be a service ace. I believe that's the first ace for Keene, or excuse me, not Keene, Pence. Rogers with it. Pence with the setup for Dawson. Rogers with the out of bounds shot. Point to Illinois State, and that's, I believe, 3 straight points now for the Redbirds here as Pence is back to serve once again. So Muno to Miller for Frager, and she sends that pack in. We're going to see Savvy Samo check back in for Kyra Rogers. So Savvy Samo back to serve for the Bruins. Lovejoy for Weatherless. Dawson. Miller for Frager. And Frager with the back-to-back kills in basically the exact same area. She's found that pocket throughout, and this will be the first match point of the third set. UCLA with the commanding advantage here, 24-17. Lovejoy to Weatherless to Montgomery. Miller for Bushler. And Bushler is going to send Illinois packing with that shot, 25-17. A second consecutive sweep for UCLA in this LMU Invitational. And they don't play again until 7 o'clock. So maybe they can enjoy some of the opening weekend, welcome weekend festivities at LMU. But in the meantime, we're going to sign out here at the LMU Sports Network for a little bit. Dalton Green is going to be on the call for LMU's first match of today. Lions are set to take on Niagara University at about noon time. So Robert Heil here, folks, signing off for the LMU Sports Network, powered by the W.TV. We'll see you back at around noon for Lions Volleyball.